All right, guys, Grand Power Stribog SP9A3, the new delayed roller blowback. Let's check it out. Look at that, metal mags. Oh, this is gonna be great. All right, let's have some fun.
Yeah, buddy.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. Eric here with Iraq Veteran 8888. We've really been hot and heavy on the pistol caliber carbine front here in recent times, and really this year has kind of been the year of the pistol caliber carbine. I think going out of 1919 into 2020, there's a lot of people I think are just really flocking to these types of platforms because they're very convenient to shoot, nice light recoil, real easy to handle. This particular gun is an exclusive through gunzonedeals.com. They were nice enough to hook us up on one so we could do a video for you. These things are not exactly that easy to get right now. So we were able to get one through Gun Zone Deals. Really great people. And I think they're doing them in tan, green, multicam. Of course, you can get them in black. But to my knowledge, these aren't coming in the country like this. These are Cerakoted by Gun Zone Deals for this particular run. But we do have this gun dressed up a little bit. The base gun, as I got it, came with the tail hook and the folding brace adapter on there, which is really nice. And it does lock shut, okay? So this button actually locks the brace shut, which is really nice. This little Velcro piece on the back is a Sentry Strap. I'll just quickly show that off. That's from the Neomag company. You guys might know the Neomags from the little pocket mag clips. I know you've seen those before, but basically you just got a little magnet here. You can take your sling and wrap it kind of like this, okay? And then fold that over, and it's a sling keeper, okay? And that keeps your sling from popping around. So if this thing's in the safe or if it's on a rack or something, it keeps the sling from catching on all your other guns and stuff. And this also makes it really easy for deploying from a vehicle. You just pull, and then there's your sling, and you've got that nice and accessible. There's QD points on the rear of the tail hook, as well as I added a Magpul QD point up front here. And we've actually got a Flatline Fiber Company kind of lightweight sling on here. This is a new product for Flatline Fiber. So we added the sling. We've got a 6-hour Romeo 5. We've been running a lot of these red dots, and I've been very happy with them. They're budget friendly, they're functional, they hold zero great. And they're just a nice little optic. So we've got that basic red dot on here. We have a suppressor on this particular gun that we're using today. This is a Silencer Co. Omega 9K. This one's been through the ringer. It's been ran a lot. Chad actually alumihided this one again. We cleaned the crap out of it, and the finish was gone, so he sprayed some gray alumihide on it. All in all, though, the gun is relatively similar to the SP9A1. We've already done a video on that particular gun. The SP9A1, which we have here on the table with us, is a blowback, okay? One thing that I noticed about the carrier is that the carrier is physically larger and weighs a bit more on the blowback versus the delayed roller blowback. On the delayed roller, the roller actually locks down into these recesses in the receiver. It's really, really neat the way it works. On an MP5, the rollers are actually built into the bolt face. And when that bolt locks, those rollers push out into the sides of the receiver walls or in the sides of the barrel extension, okay? This is a similar type of thing, but in this case, the roller is actually attached to the carrier itself instead of the bolt itself. I would imagine that is going to accomplish a couple of things. I think, now this is my amateur, uncouth opinion here, but my opinion is that with less bolt flex, that should make it for a really accurate platform too, because of where it's locking. And I noticed too, the recoil impulse was really, really nice and smooth on this, so we're going to shoot it some more. Another big thing that they improved on is the magazines. You can see these are the new generation magazines that'll be shipping out with the A3s. These are very difficult to get right now. I was able to procure a couple from Gun Zone Deals. So, You know, these are going to be available very soon, but you can see metal reinforcement versus the old ones here. I've got a magazine that is cracked here, and we've got a split here on top of the feed lips. So the old mags, you know, do have their slight quirks. You know, they're not quite as robust as these new metal mags, but that was one improvement that they made on the A3 is by improving the magazines, and they are cross compatible, backwards compatible, I should say. The metal line mag fits and works in the SP9A1 and vice versa. You can use the old magazines, which we're about to do in the A3. Other than that, the gun is basically about the same. We did add a Magpul Afg. This is an old TAM one that I had laying around, and it's very comfortable. Okay, and we added some ergo M-lock slot swells here, you know, just the little rubber pieces to help keep it nice and comfy here. It does have M-lock accessory slots throughout, just like this other Stribog does. All right, we'll shoot it a little bit more. All right, this time we're going to use a Polymer magazine, and let's have a little fun. This is 115 grain Aguila ammunition that we're running here. Let me make sure that locked. It felt a little stiff there. All right, so this is a Gen 1 mag. We'll see how it runs. Oh man, okay.
Let's do it.
Okay, lock to the rear. Looks nice. That mag doesn't want to drop free. Let's see if the metal mag does. And so the mags don't really drop free like you would think they would. Huh, interesting. A quick note on the controls. You do have an ambidextrous safety lever. Okay, you can reach that from both sides of the pistol. This is a handgun. It's considered a pistol. You do have a bolt stop that can be actuated manually from either side of the gun, as well as a magazine release that can be actuated from either side of the pistol. Really, really nice. So it is a truly ambidextrous type of setup. Other than the ejection, of course, you can't do anything about making a left-hand eject. One thing that we made note of in our initial SP9A1 video was that with the grip assembly, kind of what you see is what you get. That's the same thing on the A3. I mean, the texture's real nice, and I do love how they added that texture in front of the mag well. It is a very comfortable gun to hold and shoot. I do wish that there was a little bit more compatibility with different grip sticks, just to accommodate, you know, different people's needs, okay? Other than that, the sights appear to be pretty much exactly the same as the A1. The main difference is the delayed roller blowback, the reinforced magazines. Okay, the charging handle does not reciprocate. I know that some of the early Stribogs have reciprocating charging handles, and then getting into some of the later A1s, they went to a non-reciprocating. So you'll see A1s that reciprocate and some that don't reciprocate. But all the later A1s and all the A3s are going to be a non-reciprocating charging handle. Okay, so that's really nice. It looks to me that you can change the charging handle over to the right side of the receiver if you wish. So it's it's like 90% ambidextrous. Other than the ejection, you're pretty much right there, and you can reach the controls from a wide variety of different positions. The barrel's threaded 1/2 by 28, just like the standard A1. Both the guns are great. The blowback is a little pitchy. I do notice that with this gun being a delayed roller blowback, it really does sound nice. The recoil impulse is really smooth, it's really accurate, and even with this 115 grain full power ball ammo, it's reasonably quiet. I mean, it's got a little bit of a pop to it, but now in today's video, I'm not gonna be shooting any defensive ammunition through this gun because, quite frankly, I don't have any. And I wanted to just mention something really quick for you guys that are tuning in. I want to just kind of talk about ammo really, really quick, okay? It's not necessarily related to this video, but it is related to just the way things are going right now. A lot of us are dipping into the deep, dark, hidden stashes of ammo, so we are getting down towards the bottom end of the barrel. Don't worry, we've got more ammo on the way, but defensive ammunition in any type of a quantity has been very difficult to locate lately. So I will revisit some of the videos you're going to be seeing with some more defensive loads as the supply situation gets a little bit better. I have shot this gun with hollow points. It does work. I didn't shoot a ton of them. I know that that was one concern a lot of people had about the Stribog, and really any type of defensive pistol caliber carbine is, hey, is this thing gonna work with defensive ammunition? The answer is yes. I haven't vetted it to the degree that I've shot thousands of rounds of carry ammo through it, but the bit of hollow point that I zeroed it for defensive purposes seemed to work just fine out of the metal lined magazines, or the metal feedlit mags. Okay, let's see. So this is all ball ammo. Got a couple more of the metal mags. I do have a few here, so all right. This thing is so fun to shoot that it's almost, I don't want to say boring, but it is boringly accurate in a very, very good way. All right, I'm gonna have some fun here. Wow. The trigger on this gun is very nice. I would say the trigger mech is very, very similar to the earlier Stribogs. No issues there. Brake's nice and clean. Got a bit of a spongy take up with a nice clean brake. And if you're shooting, you know, some people shoot off the reset. Some people immediately in recoil, they just let go of the trigger. That's cool too. Doesn't matter what your shooting style is. This trigger is definitely quite easy to get used to. Oh yeah. It's got a very discernible reset. It's got a nice clean brake. Okay, that trigger just starts to gather some movement. Nice gentle squeeze. It's probably about a, I don't have my trigger pull gauge, but that's probably about a 7-pound trigger. Look, we're gonna do this. All right, the gun's unloaded, of course. All right, safety's off. So this rig probably weighs total maybe about 8 pounds. So that trigger it's got to be over 8 pounds. Look at that. Yeah. So pretty hefty trigger, but it does break nice and clean, nice and crisp, and you could totally get used to it. Heck yeah. All right. Gen 1 magazine, polymer. Let's give it a try. Man, yes. Love it. I am loving pistol caliber carbines right now. I don't know what it is. These things are just so fun. Light recoil, easy to shoot. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. You do have some backup iron sights. When we initially did the video on the Stribog, we actually ran it with iron sights. And it ran great with iron sights. And I recall, Chad, that was the video that we did the oil can suppressor on, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah, so we've been messing around with so many different pistol caliber carbines that I've actually almost forgot like the details of some of the videos, but yeah, we're wearing a real suppressor today, Chad. Okay, metal line mag. I've only got a couple of more mags left, but I want to give you guys an idea what this gun's all about. I love the tan finish. That is so cool. That is available through Gun Zone deals. Really, really cool, you know, unique finish. I had an option between green and tan. I chose tan because tan doesn't get enough love, all right? And I got to looking around at some of the accessories that I had, and I noticed that some of my tan accessories were a little bit off tan. So not quite their version of tan. So I was almost going for like that kind of FN cosmic swirl of different tans. And, but really, really cool setup. I'm loving it. Oh, I just had a big old chunk of carbon shoot out of your suppressor, Chad. Look at that. That fell out of the suppressor. Look at that. Wait, check it out. There's like chunks of carbon coming out.
It's time for the dip.
It's time for a dip. All right. Metal line mag. Now watch the point of impact shift where I was banging on it. Let's see if it holds a 0 after I beat it on the table a little bit. Yes, sir. Thing works, man. Just flat out works. I love it. One thing worth mentioning, the price point on these is coming in a little bit higher than what you've probably seen on the initial batch of Stribogs. I imagine these are maybe a little bit more expensive to make. They're not terribly much more expensive, but I want to say, I don't want to directly quote a price because I don't know how old this video might be by the time you watch it, so I don't want to give you bad information, but maybe about 20% more with the tail hook and the custom finish over what you'd spend over a standard Stribog. So they are a tad bit more. I love the folding brace. This is a nice, you know, lightweight, small package. It folds up nice and compact. This is the perfect type of truck gun or, you know, bedside, home defense. I mean, there's a wide variety of different applications that a gun like this would be really handy to have. Dare I say, you could even use this for hunting. You know, with the right type of setup, you could totally take a wide variety of different game with a pistol like this. This would probably be a fun hog hunting setup. You know, a good expanding plus P round or something, and, you know, get in close on some coyotes or hogs or something. This, you know, I've shot some coyotes before with 9mm, so 9mm will do the trick if you want to, you know, venture that route. All right, couple more mags, guys. We're going to let you get back to your day. I don't want to drag this out, but man, I'm just admiring this gun. It's just so awesome. I really, really love it. Okay. You guys have to make sure that you're following us over on social media, okay? If you're on Facebook, if you're on Instagram, Twitter, Parler, we're on the Jump app, make sure you are following us on all of those outlets. We also have an email list. Make sure you sign up for our email list for all kind of cool stuff. We're about to start doing like a kind of an information dump each week. If you want to make sure you're in on that, make sure you sign up for our email list at the link down in the description box. All right. Let's do it. Get off me. Dude. It just cool stuff. All right, guys. I'm gonna let you get back to your day. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Definitely want to thank all of our Patreon supporters, man-cam purchasers. Pick up your shirts over on Ballistic Ink. Thank you so much. This has been the SP9A3. All right, one more mag. I think you guys get the idea. She's running. All right. All right, guys. Have a good one.